Now, at that point, as I said, Cam was fully reeled in. He was fully on board. And as any young guys in your 20s, finally with some money in your pocket, we were getting really excited to go on a double date with each other. And we started thinking of ideas, and we landed on pretty much the most romantic spot in Indy. And we invited Riley and Jenna over to Cam's parents' basement to watch The Bachelorette. And that was our brilliant idea that got this whole ball rolling.
Cam, thinking about everything I wanted to say to you today had me realizing that we never stopped joking around with each other. As you and I both know, our sense of humor is probably the foundation of our relationship and our own love language.
When Jenna asked to meet up while I was in town, we weren't together more than a minute before her face lit up and she said, "I met someone." I knew in that moment it was evident that Cam was someone special to her.
Hey girl, Big Mama Jay, my roommate, Jay, the color of your shirt that day, so today it's white. Hey white. Jenna, out of many, many names I've given you, today I'll get to call you my favorite one, Jenna Olson. Jenna, for years and years and years and years, my mom and sister, Tonda and Megan, bothered me every time they saw me. Cameron, when will you find someone? When will you have a girlfriend? And I would always tell them I was waiting for the right person, and I truly was. I always just had this feeling that this amazing, probably weird person is out there for me, and I was out there for them. Then came that one night in my parents' basement where I lived, with The Bachelorette on, of course, and I met you.
In the days shortly after we started dating, something about us felt too easy, too natural, and a compatibility that was unmatched by anything else. As a little girl, I never thought about the way I'd feel when I knew I'd found the one, but reflecting on our relationship, it couldn't have been more obvious that you were it from the very beginning.
It's been really cool to see these two on their journey over the last few years. Anybody that's been around them understands how great they are for one another. Their relationship is a perfect pairing of intelligence, humor, compassion, and the desire to party and eat Taco Bell. They've got a great balance for one another, and while each of them are tremendous individuals on their own, being together makes them better. Being better together as companions, as partners, is ultimately what led us here today. Cameron and Jenna, the vows that you are about to make are a way of sharing your love and commitment to each other. May the promises that you make to one another today be lived out until the end of your lives. Tomorrow you bring the greatest of joys, but today is the day it all begins.
What I love the most about you, Cam, is your ability to see everything on the bright side, to turn my negatives into positives and my darkness into light. You have turned me into the most confident version of myself and someone who I'd never thought I'd be. You make me want to do better, be better, and love better. I promise to always forgive you. I promise to support you even when I don't agree, and to be the one you lean on when things get too tough. I promise not to sweat the small stuff, and remember that most things really don't matter all that much, even though I'm always convinced they do. But what does matter is how hard we love each other in the best of times and the worst of times, and I promise to never give up on us.
It's a wonderful thing in life to go to bed and wake up every day with someone you truly love. I may face challenges in the day, but I never had bad days because I know I'll always have you there with me. As we continue to grow our lives together, I promise to try and make you laugh every day. I promise to support you when you're down and celebrate with you when you're up. And I promise to be loyal and faithful and put you before all else. There's going to be new challenges and paths we haven't taken before. And I promise that when we are old, that we'll look back on our lives together and have no regrets. And we'll say, let's run it back. I love you, Jenna. I always have. I always will. And from this day forward, you'll never walk alone.
Cameron and Jenna, you've declared your commitment of love and have pledged yourself to each other by the solemn vows and the giving of rings. By the power vested in me, it is my honor and privilege to introduce for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Cameron Olson. You may kiss your bride.
I want to thank all of you for joining us today to celebrate Jenna and Cam. Cam, you know how we feel about you. We couldn't have picked a better match for Jenna. We love you so much. Jenna, where do I begin? You are my number one girl. I love you so much. You've always made me proud to be your mom.
Now, everyone knows that Cam is a fun time, but what you don't know is how fiercely he defends her. And he continually reminds her how lucky that every single one of us is to have her in our life, including himself.
Jenna, it is a great feeling knowing that my brother has found true happiness, and I couldn't be happier about it.